Hello, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing really well. How are you doing?
Good, thank you. It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah.
The new season of From is here, and I cannot be more excited. The first two episodes have aired already, and to say they're intense and suspenseful is an understatement, seriously. I do have a few questions for you about your character, Kenny, and the
Mhm.
incredible journey he's on this season. So, the first question, in the second episode, when Kenny finds out his mom, Tien Chin, passes, what was it like to film those emotional scenes, and what do you think was the significance of Kenny wanting Tien Chin to look more like herself?
Mm, um, oh, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Uh, there was there's something. So I'll address that line first. That line specifically, can you make sure she looks like her? Was one of the ones that really broke me when I first read the script because, um, you know, beyond what he's talking about in terms of like when he saw his dad, which we all saw in season one, it's like the the mess that he basically became because of the monsters, and being covered in his blood. Like that image lives with Kenny forever, and for him to not want to see his mother like that, like is just so relatable. Like I think we all have like mothers that we know that could, like my mom for sure. Like I can almost hear her being like, "There's no way that I'm gonna blah 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 look like this one," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, okay." And so it's like there's something about like imagining like my mom's attitude, my real life mom's attitude about like she wants to look nice, she wants to, and it's like that really broke me. So along
Yes.
with all the other stuff in those episodes, it was a very intense and uh, uh, trying process.
Yes, I can imagine. Oh, well, you did an amazing job.
Thank
You're welcome. Now, do you think Tien Chin's death might push Kenny to want to maybe escape the town at any cost, even if it does mean that that leaves the others behind?
I think that like beyond, I think beyond like getting out of town at this point, because for him, like the sense of urgency of getting out of the town was this, his worst nightmare being realized, which is losing his family, right? Obviously, the fear of like getting killed or getting eaten by the monsters is very real. But I think his greatest fear was like having that happen to his family. And so at this point, not that he's indifferent about leaving, he still obviously wants to get out. But I think his priority is to take care of the people in the town. But also, like if anything, if he can genuinely find a way to hurt those things, I think he'd prioritize that over getting out of the town right now.
Yes, that is awesome. I completely agree and understand that.
Yeah.
Now, with the constant threats and the fear surrounding the town, how do you think Kenny's view on family and loyalty and community has changed?
Um, I think that it could have, when his mother passed, it could have gone either one of two ways. Um, he either made a decision to say, like, screw everything else, none of this matters. I'm going full anarchy. I'm going full villain era. Um, or it becomes a thing of how do I honor my mother's spirit? You know, what would she want me to do?
Hmm.
Because it wasn't her fault that she died. It's mine. I gotta live up to her memory. I gotta live up to her spirit. And so I think that that's kind of the direction he's kind of taken.
Absolutely. That is wonderful. Thank you for that. Now, what would you say is the hardest part of being in like a leadership role alongside Boyd, especially under such extreme circumstances in the town?
Yeah, I think that obviously we're as the deputy in a town like this, like it's not like there's like major crimes that he needs to solve. He's not out there giving parking tickets. Like I think his responsibility within this town is as a leader is to take care of the people and support them in what they need and like facilitate things, resources. Like this needs fixing. Okay, me and a couple guys will go get this fixed. Like I guess not too unsimilar to like a small town deputy. You know what I mean? And so the task is daunting, but I think if he can focus on taking care of people and supporting Boyd and whoever else needs help, I think that's really all he can do.
Absolutely, I agree. All right. Well, being a deputy, so how does Kenny balance his duties to the town with his personal fears and the emotions as well, too?
That's a great question. I think they actually go hand in hand. I think that like his personal fears, his trauma, and his grief, uh, his what he's attempting to do, what he's always kind of attempted to do, and what he's going to carry on doing this season is to try and silence his fears, silence his grief and his trauma with his duties. And so you'll like briefly see him like run out of things to do in some of the upcoming episodes, and that's when he's like, oh yeah, oh yeah, I'm really bad. Yeah.
Yes, awesome. Oh, okay. Thank you for that as well. So, with everything Kenny has been through, what keeps him hopeful or motivated to keep protecting the town?
Um, I think the thing that keeps him motivated and hopeful is yeah, is the idea of honoring his mom and what would she want out of this? And I think you know there aren't a whole lot of families obviously in town, and when he looks at the Matthews family, he realizes it's like okay, if I could preserve any level of innocence in these kids, that's gonna be something I'm gonna try to do. And yeah, he's just trying to step up and become like a provider and a protector.
Absolutely, absolutely. That sounds amazing. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and I can't wait to see the rest of the season.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
you.
very welcome anytime. Take care.